You know, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit, Kelly. Oh wow, I'm just gonna fucking just like start fucking saying shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. I just like I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling like fuck this. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like why did I manifest you? Why did I, like what the fuck's going on with this fucking team? Like I'm fucking on the edge here of the fucking like this whole fucking reality of like they trap people to fucking win. Like oh they win, they fucking people die. They see their fucking buddies and all this winning stuff and they think it's a great time and they're stuck in the fucking reality. Only babies continue to be created because they trap another soul that enabled them to say, hey, come on over here. And then people are having sex, like, and then sparks are allowed to happen because they trapped a soul. It's not the two parties involved. It's like the soul is like, okay, yes, okay, let's put him down and shoot. Like this whole fucking situation with my parents, like if I fucking try and like fucking even try and even pull off what I want to do here, like they won't support me. They don't even fucking believe like in any of the shit that I do. Like my dad calls me voodoo, like himself. So this is fucking insane. Like to even sit here around here thinking that like, oh yeah, anything's gonna change with how my parents think about the house because they have the fucking house. So like, what am I gonna do? They sell it? They can't sell it. They're not gonna sell it. Even if they wanted to sell it, they ain't gonna sell it to me. Like that's how fucked up their fucking shit is. Like fuck my parents. I'm gonna fucking like see like I want to start like breaking shit, right? So like I want to start like fucking like like shattering shit, like and like you see my dad's gonna come in here. He's gonna see it like it's like I'm his he's Grampy. Like I could see him as Grampy. Like he is the spitting image of now his father, who he hated when I was a kid. Right. It's not that I hate my dad though. It's just I'm trying to express myself, and that goes against everything that he is, right? Because he's working for the IRS, technically, putting in fucking documents and shit. Honestly, at this point, you know, yeah, I'm at the point where like I don't care, I'll go to jail. That ain't like I need to prepare my paperwork so that I have something to make sure that I'm presented properly. I'm kind of sitting around. So like, yeah, I have to remove myself from this environment and get into a tight environment and just real tight, lock all the doors around me and just go inward. And just like, whatever. Let go of this place. Let them, I mean, I think it would be hard for them to sell it without having reconnected with me and been like, hey, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, they would come down and live in it, you know, before they would sell it, you know. Because I'll make them. Because I'll just program it unconsciously. Because they'll feel like, oh, I can't let go, so we won't let go, but we'll stay here. So now they know that, like, if I do get in trouble, I could always come home. That's how it'll go. And then, like, they're just here. They can supply the food and the shelter because they're here. Like, that's how it's going to have to go. So, like, I have to remove myself before they get the retirement. And then, like, you know, for a year, like, yeah, so for a year, go to this place and just tighten up and just go into myself, like, tons of self-practice while I just make, you know, my rent pay. You know, the one job I had, I somewhat started traumatizedly because people were here at my house. I used it to get away. And the money I gambled, having it back. Just keep fucking talking. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed at my parents. Like, I fucking just, like, that's what it is. I'm pissed because it's like the waters, right? Okay. So, my dad doesn't have like, my dad, I have no genetics of my dad. None whatsoever. There's no carryover. Nothing happened. Like, he didn't give me any of his, like, genetics, sperm, nothing. He just was like, he was the spark to the campfire. So, he's just the spark plug in the machine. Like, he just created the spark. Great. Thank you. Thanks for the spark. Got my engine started. Now, also the egg acts as the same way. It's just the spark. If any of those critters find it, then it sparks. So then, the space between, boom, pops through the soul. Now the soul is manifesting the torsion field dynamics, and then the environment is pumping in the fuel. And the only thing that the baby or the fetus controls is suck push. Okay? How much it sucks and pushes. Suck, push. Suck, push. Or no, suck, push. 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 Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So the baby can only sit like this and do it literally can't even like move its fingers and shit. Like really. For the first long time. It has two muscles it controls, here and here. And everything unfolds. It just keeps unfolding like this. The baby just keeps doing this over and over again. Unfolding from the navel. So it's going right in. So like later on in life, as we smile and as we kiss, we're connecting with these like biological like imprint memories. So then that's all we're doing is suck pushing in the womb. And like the energy that's coming in is just whatever it is. Like it's just, that's the program. It's just programming us. And we're stuck pushing. That's all we know. And then once in a while, like if there's no oxygen coming through, like during an orgasm, the uterine wall contracts, so then it stops the blood flow. Well, now the baby is like continuing to suck push. It's continuing the program of bringing in and building the body, but now there's no building blocks for like 20 minutes because the blood flow got cut off. It starts taking it from its environment. It starts taking it from its skin first. So tattoos, people needing tattoos are like a needing, like they're taking the oxygen from their skin. They're like, they need that. It's like an unconscious like memory play out of them like having these situations in the womb. So then and then like now there's all this more metabolic waste in the environment of the fetus after that happens, and then now it has to like clean up, and then now it's getting new blood flow again, and then it also has to clean up the environment at the same time. So then that happens and just keeps getting built on top of it and top of it. So my parents are having sex 2-3 times a week pretty regularly, right? It's like they're coming together is my trauma. Because they're loving the baby, not knowing that it's actually making me take energy from my body. So like my injuries in hockey are just a reflection of one of my attacks in the womb. You know, a lot of these hockey players. You know, having one of those maternal, like the maternal orgasm attacks, and then the baby, all it can do is suck, push, and it just does it faster. You know, it's trying to get more oxygen because it doesn't know why it's not. And then that's why, like, or huffing and puffing, and like there's like this whole energy of like how we breathe from a very young age. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, years old. So like part of like, I guess me talking is like, I'm not breathing properly because like just talking itself, you're not breathing properly with the muscles. With how to bring oxygen through the body. So, I'm kind of doing two things at once. I'm trying to like eventually get to the point where I'm on camera doing this a lot. Just breathing, doing the facial exercises to like connect with activate the muscles without having to think about them too much. And like today, like I gotta be putting this on display. I gotta start doing this. So we'll just replay it out, and then so I get into this nice little tight abode. The womb energy's there, right? The mother's there, in the building there, in the room over there. Like, don't need to talk. You say hello. It's all telepathic, like. And then I just tighten up my ship. Wow. Like, okay, so I'm meeting you in the environment, whatever. I could be dating anybody. I don't know who to date. I'm fucking just whatever. I'm figuring it out. I see you, I pretty much make a decision right away. That I want to talk to you. And then, it goes great. It's going great. It goes great. I mean, there's no way the vibration of us, like just the technology back then, we couldn't even talk to each other. Like, so then I do this later on, not to make up for lost time, but to articulate, like, and we're like, now we celebrate. We enter back into the picture. We celebrate now the story. Like there's no other way but entering with a private military. I have to enter Canada with the private military. They're like, they could fucking put me in jail. Like, now I'm stuck there. So I have to have a private military and have it be like live streamed. Shit, man. This is crazy. Really need this house to work out. This other residence, I need an opportunity to give myself a chance to regroup somewhere else. This is like, I literally, it's to the point now where I have to run away from the house. Like, if you really think about it, it really are just the items in the house that I connect with. That's all it really is. And my parents will live in the house before they sell it, if I haven't contacted them even for like 4, 5, 6 months. If I want any hope of going public, I'm gonna need to go completely silent for a period of time to set everything up. Now that I have like the grammar code, there's no rush. I could wait the summer out, pop in September, October hard, surprise, right before the election. Now it's all time stamped for a month right before the election, no big deal. I'm set. So that gives me June, July, August, 4 months. It's a good time, that's plenty. 2, 3 maybe all I need. Okay. So that means that we're talking. Because this is what we gotta be doing. You know, I mean, you're my lover. We create together. Okay. Let me show you. Alright. I mean, we're in the body, so I always give myself a hard time and harp on myself if I'm not doing the perfect breath all the time. So, being with my lover, in the graceful presence of my lover, there is not a measurement of the breath, it more is effortless and flowing. So, okay, connecting with the effortless flow of being with you, and how feeling like the non-anxiety feeling and stuff, and how like I can recreate that feeling, right? Time is not real, only perception is. If I have a perception of that feeling, that's what they do in all these trauma things. They recreate the memory and then ask you to feel shit stuff. Then imprint you with little like vibrating things in your hand or lights or whatever. So here we are. I'm releasing a trigger point in my back right now. Having a conversation. I have like a rib injury here that probably is from another flexion replay. And now because the injuries happen, they just continue to replay. So the system don't care. The system knows if they got the kid by the time they're 18, then they got him for life. Because they gotta find like the fucking Shivambu fucking mountain temple and disappear for 5 years to even have a chance at being... What? So, now that I'm kind of still in the end of that phase where I can't be as active as I thought out there. Look at the cops, they just fucking swarm me whenever I go out. So I tighten up, ride from point A to point B. I don't friggin' hang out on the streets. I got my little tight portal. Put the breathing on display. You know, I've done a great job with the layout already because of the tapestries and the way I've already filmed everything. It's an easy copy paste, wouldn't know anything. This house now is, and I need to prepare it to be my parents, like, you know, they have these thoughts, okay, if I'm on my own, doing my own thing, they'll live here for at least a year while they figure out where they want to live, like, you know what I mean? So now I prepare the space for them to land here and for me to have my own like portal, which is just a copy paste of this place. And now, like, we both have the opportunity to kind of make our own pathways. So I can now prepare to work even though I'm living here. Because I already know where I'm working. And I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do that, work hard. And I will do the poker. Constructively. So my parents would live here. And they'll fix up the house to their standards. Because they would need to do that before they sell it anyway. And they're not going to be able to let go of the place because they know I love it. I can still do the urine. You see, I need to lock myself in the place. I need to be doing the urine inside the place while I'm doing the yoga. That's the key with, going to be opening up the portals, like, to the nth degree, to where, like, there's no stopping it. Like, I can just keep going. Like, I'll never be able to, like, organize all my films and prepare everything and, like, get it all, like, in a great place, like, in this house, in this space. It just can't happen. I can still feel my hand on the door handle. Like, so now, like, I recreated that last memory, and now, like, it's come alive, and I feel it. My now time space. Maybe now is my opportunity to heal it, because, like, how do I take advantage of this and try and get her to file a motion to compel eventually to get it, and then there's no hearing. You know what? I don't even deal with the courts, I might not even go when he has to be, when she's questioning him. Honestly, like, I don't have to be there the other time. No, I'll go. Fuck up. This is ridiculous, Kelly. This is the fucking stupidest fucking thing ever going on. Everybody. You know, you're sitting there, I see it on your face too, like, what's everyone doing? Like, why is everybody getting around with the stick, shooting it at a net and going crazy? And I'm sitting there with you thinking the same thing, going, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I reach out to you? I couldn't do it from this house, like, because the moment I go to sleep and wake up, you know, my whole reality shifted, like, I fucking lost the case. Like, I somewhat lost the case now. I've lost my ability to be public about the case. That's what I've lost. That's why I don't need the house anymore. So then I set up the real portal in London. Yeah, that makes sense. The North Pole is meant to be in London, the new one. So that means okay. I'm gonna put a special. I'm gonna put a special Merkaba around London for you. Like, it's gonna be specific to your frequency. To just like shield your energy, like, body. And your kids, because technically they're your waters. So they'll just like naturally be vibrating with you. So I feel a giant breathing session is needed. Like, my body is shaking because it's trying to get out information. And it's like information overload. It's like I'm a nuclear reactor that's like on that like edge of like, you know, going into meltdown, like, and like I need to dial it, not so much dial it down, but create a structure around that vibration to where it's just anchored in there and it can't go like up or down, because like if you go down then you're like, oh, you go up high then you're like too out of control, you can't like hold the pen. I'm committing to not going over there because now I can't go over there. So tighten up at another place for a year. Maybe use this place as a stepping stone, find someplace else. We everything's okay. I'm handling everything. Then they'll probably just let me come back in here. Because they know they don't want this place long term. They know that. And I use it as a second place because my real place is in London. Like, I have to fucking return to London. Like, there's no doubt about any of that. So, I can't be attached to this house long term and think I'm creating community in this house. This was my platform to give myself an ability to think for years and, like, even just be like, okay, what is going on here? Like, I can't think that this was like, like I was going go, 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 and then I finally landed here and I was like, oh, okay. 1 or 2 years now, I'm like, okay. 1 or 2 years, I'm like, okay. And then now it's 7 years, and it's like, now I'm through a whole 7-year cycle of now the environment itself is all that I am. So there's no reflection back. So now I need to now totally settle into the environment and go deep, because now it's somewhat home in my body. 7 years. Like, I've been thinking about you subconsciously for over 7 years. It's in my bones. Like, so now I go into my body to access all these memories over a period of like a year, maybe less. So I can release all these like downtime space, like holds on my posture. And now I'm expanding outwards in another way, so that as someone meets me, they see my face, right? And almost like this part is an almost like exact picture of what it looked like when I was 20. Because of the Shivamba. The whole, like, all gets into your pores and just like literally reverse ages you. And it just keeps the natural blueprint in place, which is the natural creation between 18 and 25. And then like this is more masculine, like for age and stuff, which can be shaved though. So then when you meet me and I now have all this hair and stuff, right? Like, I didn't have all this hair. I didn't even have this hair till I was like 25, 28, 30. I didn't have chest hair till I was like literally like 32. So then, like, entering back into this vortex, like, I understand, like, we'll just like go right into each other as lovers. And I need to be like fully detoxed, like with my energy, so that I can be that now post. And I'm stable and strong. Like, 'cause I've been someone get flushed around because I'm connected with my feminine, trying to be the dancer, not realizing like that's you and me. So now I found you, I can connect to the post, and now you're the dancer. And you know that I can direct you into dancing a certain way, because I can dance myself. So it's like mirror neurons helps you feel, like it's easier to dance with your girlfriends out there than dance with yourself, like, stuff like that. Like, honestly, when I was meeting women, that used to be my favorite approach, is when a bunch of girls were on the dance floor and I could just go up and start dancing. Like, and then like, because I was like, it's more of like a movement, communication, like, rather than like talking. Because remember, I had anxiety talking to girls for a long time. Even now, like, I go out and talk to a woman, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Like, I'm just smile, kiss, stuck. Because it's the breath. So that whole fucking scenario is just a replay of like what I was already doing. Like I would have never been able to like run after you at that point in my biology because of like what was happening to me. So like the time capsule is like, I'll take care of my body and talk to you. Like I'm doing self-care. And like that needs to be the priority, not sitting around. Like, right? Like I need to enter different phases with how I'm utilizing a relationship from this time capsule distance. You see, like right now, if I went out and worked and spent this time go out and working and generating money, I'm not confident I wouldn't lose that money the next day. Until I know I have some type of portal arrangement where this is not the place where I can rest my head, I can't even go out and work. And I know that. So like, I put too much pressure on myself, thinking I gotta be this great politician, public figure guy. That's my pressure I put on myself. So I can like make sure like, well, I can always sit back. And I think with the paper language stuff and these tricks, like, I don't know what that means. I'm there, like, but I don't open the door and walk in. And I was just like, it feels like somewhat of a nightmare. So then, now the next time I'm in there is with the cop. So everyone's the same, only the cop's now in there. Whatever. We just have to fucking make sure we friggin' bait them into it. Because now they're definitely not dropping the charges. They're gonna go into that meeting. Fucking people. Joke. Can't believe I didn't fucking show up in the room. Like, how the fuck's that even happen, man? That's why I'm so upset at my parents. I'm so upset at my entourage. Because if I have an entourage, someone's there with me. You know what I mean? Like someone's looking over my shoulder and like, there's a second eye looking to make sure she's not in there. Because I'm somewhat, doing everything at once. I'm emotional. Like when the news came out, I was like, exploded like a time bomb. I was like, I'm like glitching out. Like I'm hyperventilating. Like she now saw me like, oh shit, what if he gets on the stand? Like I'm somewhat overacting a little bit to be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, Tana? Like, that's how you treat people? You treating me like this? My parents paid you like $7,000. Like, I'm a reflection of your son, technically. I'm trying to give her that play, that show. So now she had to be like, yo, if my son was freaking out, like, was she gonna be like, oh, fucking see ya? Like, that's fucked up, Because, like, I'm a private citizen, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm technically a patient on this one. It's a medical card. I'm losing ground. I lost ground 4 weeks ago because I didn't send an email to my lawyer to get her to do the motion to compel. I let her play it the way she wanted to play it because I didn't fucking pipe in and say anything because I was drowning in my parents' emotions. This is going to keep happening. I need to get the fuck out of here. I gotta put my thoughts somewhere else. I'm putting them in that house because that's what manifests it. So that's the portal I use. It's got a kitchen, living space, bedroom. All I need. Boom. Right there. Lock all the doors. I'm now with you. The only reason I go out is to go, work. Literally. I just sit in the sun. Or go for a walk in nature with my dog. And shit, man. I feel like if I know there's a friggin' long-term lease I could go in there, I could just fucking pump it hard for 3 months, 2 months straight. Make like the 7, 8 grand, and then just boom, now I'm set for the entire rent. Like, it's that kind of situation. So I don't have to like keep chipping away at making money. I can just boom, do that. Now I'm set, and I settle into like generating my private army. Like literally, I'm fucking coming back there with a private army. I'm gonna open up my arms and be like, Kelly, would you like a hug? And let you make your own decision. Like, this is fucking wild. Cause like, yeah, I mean, I can't expect the Canadian government not to push me around. I have to elevate my status so that when I walk in, I'm already like on this elevate. I'm on a political level status, platform. Like I'm walking around as almost Trudeau status because I'm walking in knowing that I'm giving out the language of you just getting citizenship for yourself. So then here I am, only doing it in Florida and then just, teleporting up there. Like, forget about the states in between. So say I remove myself, no car, just a bike. Like that's part of the program. Like, the car is part of the program. Like I have to have no car. There's no reason for me to have. I've lived with no car for a while, and there really is no reason for me because like even with the bike, I go get groceries. It really is like pec muscles here. It's like where the heart closes on me. Like the posture, leaning over, grabbing the stick, is like a reflection also of the fetal womb. So like you're building all these muscles on top of these memories of how we breathe. You see, like I'm a program that has like all these built up like things built on me. Like if I were to work with a young child and give him like a physical workout program and exercises to help make sure they're not repeating things and breaking out into their own creative expression memory, like they would flourish, differently than say a 28-year-old or 30-year-old now trying to do a program. So like I'm trying to like find like a healing program for people like in my position that need to heal from stuff that has happened. And then also for kids that want to make sure that they're not programming and imprinting all these forgotten posture memories that pile on all this like breath stress. I like that. I'm gonna take a little break on this. Holy cow. I'm fucking crazy. AI pharaohs. Like legit. I know what I'm doing.